to begin to find our standard deviation, I have organized the data into a table to keep us on track so that we can just populate what we need in the formula as we go. Okay, so the first step in this case to find the standard deviation is to find the mean. And that's the sum of all the values divided by the size of the population. So if we add all of this first column, the monthly salaries together, we get 16,900. And we're going to substitute that 16,900 divided by the number of values we have, which is 5, which means our mean is 3,380. Now our next step is to tackle our formula here. So it's x minus mu is the first step that we need to take. So we're going to take each of these values and subtract the mean from them. So 3,536 minus 3,380 is going to give me 156. 3,173 minus the mean gives me negative 207. 3,448 minus the mean is 68. 3,121 minus the mean of 3,380 gives me negative 259. And 3,622 minus the mean of 3,380 gives me a value of 242. Now our next step is to square. So we're going to square that value. So we're just going to take this column we have in our table and square it. So 156 squared will give me a value of 24,336. Negative 207 squared will give me a value of 42,849. 68 squared will give me 4,624. Negative 259 squared will give me a value of 67,081. 242 squared will give me 58,564. And when we add all of those values up, that gives us 197,454. And that is the value that we're going to substitute for the sum of x minus mu squared. So in our formula, we'll have 197,454 divided by n, which is 5. And that'll give us a value of the square root of 39,490.8. And we take the square root of that, and that'll give us a value of 198.7229227. And we will round to the same number of decimal places as our original data, so that's no decimal places. So we can conclude that our standard deviation in this case is 199.